Okay, so lately I've had a number of fellow Oilers fans voicing their concerns to me. Concerns about Talbot being fatigued, concern about dropping into a wild card spot, concern about the Flames catching up to them. And I haven't really known how to respond because I'm not worried about anything.
So, what are you trying to say?
What I'm saying is, for me personally, you got to keep the main thing the main thing. What was the goal for this entire season?
I found that if you have a goal, that you might not reach it. But if you don't have one, then you are never disappointed.
No, that sums up the Oilers from 2010 to 2015. The goal for this season was, and is, to break the playoff drought. That's it. Anything above and beyond that is just a bonus. Now, this is just my thinking. You might see it differently, and that is totally fine. I know that after a decade of darkness, there are some fans that want a whole lot more, and right now. And I get that. I'm just not in that camp. But this is my reasoning. I firmly believe that the Oilers will follow a hybrid of two men's careers, Peter Chiarelli and Connor McDavid's closest comparison, Sidney Crosby. And here are some of the parallels that I've seen so far. Chiarelli took over with the Bruins in the spring after a poor season, and he quickly began working to improve the team's defense. That season, a new starting goaltender emerged. The team slightly improved, but still missed the playoffs. In his second season, Milan Lucic was added to the lineup, and the team began making real strides in the overall standings. In Crosby's rookie year, he made a huge impact in the league and was runner-up for the Calder. His team, however, remained at the bottom of their conference and acquired another high draft pick. In Crosby's second season, he led the league in scoring, and his team wound up in a playoff spot. Now, with these similarities already unfolding, I believe the team will continue to follow what both of these men did in their next 2 to 4 seasons. Chiarelli's team qualified for the playoffs in his second season and lost a close series to their division rivals. The next 2 years, they made it to the second round and were a goal away from the conference finals both times. In his fifth year, Lord Stanley. Crosby's team qualified for the playoffs in his second season and lost in 5 games to a vastly superior team. The following season, after they got rid of that bum Colby Armstrong, they advanced all the way to the Cup final. A year later, after moving out class clown Ryan Whitney, who literally skates on his ankles, again, Lord Stanley. So, with that timeline in mind, I expect the Oilers to qualify for the playoffs and compete really hard in a first-round series. Getting in is the bottom line, whether that's as the 2 seed in the Pacific with home ice or as a wild card playing Minnie or Chicago. So that's why all those concerns I mentioned at the beginning don't bother me. Cam Talbot is almost certainly going to be worn out by the end of the first round. So what? What if the Oilers lose home ice advantage in the playoffs? Again, so what? What if, heaven forbid, the Oilers play the Flames in the playoffs and lose? Again, so what? The Oilers are probably going to play Calgary 2, 3, maybe even 4 times over the course of the next 5 years. So finishing below them in the standings or losing a playoff series to them this year is not the be-all and end-all. For me, this year is not about winning the Stanley Cup. It's about not having to watch this stupid You're in Oil Country DVD from the 2006 playoff run again. Sure, anything can happen once you get in. And once they do clinch, this blog isn't really going to be about analysis anymore. It's going to be all about having fun and just enjoying the ride. Trust me. Speaking of which, please keep sending me your videos and do it sooner rather than later because I plan on posting that video the minute they clinch. I'll see you next time.